Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, we have another little ThruNite flashlight to check out today, the Catapult Mini Pro. Now, yes, I had to use the foam out of the box to get it to stay in one spot because it was wanting to roll all over the place. But hey, we worked it out. But interesting little light. Now, this is the first of the Catapult series that I've seen from ThruNite. So this is the Mini Pro, like I said. So it's got that big flashlight look, kind of something like we would, you remember the old big old mag lights and stuff. It's kind of got that vibe to it, if you will, but in a really pretty small but fairly powerful package. And we're definitely going to go outside and check this sucker out because it reaches out and touches some stuff. But all right, the Mini Pro. Aluminum construction, pretty much standard with any flashlight you're going to see. We are going to open it up, and you'll see that it is powered by a ThruNite 1100 milliamp, 18350 battery. That's what gives us our juice. It is rechargeable, of course, because right there is your charging port. It's got a very nice, very well-fitting rubber cover. I know we've seen a couple flashlights recently that really haven't had that. I personally believe that that is a very, very important part if you're going to have a rechargeable flashlight, to have that. And this one fits really, really well. Now you've got this sort of wide head, single LED, smooth reflector. We don't have an orange peel reflector going on there. Smooth reflector. Let's see. How long is this little thing? It's about 3.5 inches long. Now the head is wide. Yeah. Anyway, the head is kind of wide. It's looking about almost 1.75 inches wide. So, for me, not necessarily pocketable with this head, but I mean, there again, bag, vehicle, something like that, definitely going to be good for that. And once we get it outside, you'll see what I mean. But let's get a weight on it. Might as well get all the particulars out of the way before we have some fun. So 4.2 ounces. It's got a little bit of weight to it. Now, but it's got some great knurling. I mean, it's a little short, but it's about the size that I like to carry as far as overall length. Definitely. Just the head width kind of keeps it not really pocketable for me. It's a little bulky in the pocket. Single side switch operated. Press and hold. You get their Firefly Mode, which is 11 lumens. Now you can already see that you're going to have a well-defined hotspot. Turn it off. Now if it stays on one mode for too long, you can't cycle through the modes. You have to shut it off and turn it back on. So we're going to turn it back on. Press and hold. Shut it off. Turn it back on. Now there you've got low. Low is 66 lumens. Medium, 309. High, 1233. And all I'm doing is pressing and holding. Press and hold again. Or excuse me. Double click. Oh, damn. Sorry. For turbo, 2588 lumens. Now, if you double click, or triple click, excuse me, you will get a strobe mode. Strobes at 1200 lumens. Not as impressed with this strobe mode as I have been with others. But that's really about my only really, that and the size of the head are really kind of a little bit of a detractor for me. We'll put it that way. The strobe is really quick, and it doesn't seem to be quite as effective of a strobe. But regular modes, oh dude, we're definitely gonna have some fun with those. Now, where are we at? Cycle through. Okay, we were on low. Okay, good. We got low. double click, you see it went off and then came back on. So every click has, basically every click of the button performs an operation. So when it was on low, even though I clicked it twice and got to strobe, it turned off before it went to strobe. I hope I'm explaining that correctly. Each button press performs an operation. Where some, obviously you can double click and it'll go right from the mode you're on to strobe. Where here, it'll go off, then to strobe on that second click. And same way with the triple click for the strobe mode. It'll go off on strobe. So, but hey, let's go downstairs. Let's go outside. Let's have some fun. Let's do our friendly neighborhood visitor search. Let's do it. All right, guys. So here we are. We're out back with the Catapult Mini Pro. And you can tell we're out here. This is Firefly mode. And you can just, that's 11 lumens. So you can just tell how the reflector and the beam projection really, really can determine the performance of a flashlight. You've got a really, really defined hotspot going on there. I can see some spill. You probably can't really in the camera, but you know what? We're going to track this out. And let's see. Can you make it out? No, not quite. I can make it out. The stump about 80 feet away. You guys can't quite make it out. That's 11 lumens though. 11 lumens. Now, we've been sitting in this mode for a little while, so I'm gonna have to turn it off. And now that's 66. Now you can definitely, there's low. You can definitely make out, you can see all the way to the corner of the yard at about 100 feet away with 66 lumens. That's the performance of this flashlight. Again, you're not really seeing the spill that I am. So off, there's back on, we'll kick it up. Okay, there's medium. You're looking at 309 lumens. Oh, let's do our visitor check. We got to do that. We got to do the visitor check. Do we have visitors tonight? No, I'm not seeing any visitors. What about in the old apple tree? Sometimes the raccoons go up there. Nope. Okay. So, now you guys are starting to see some of the spill. There you go. If I bring it over to there, that kind of gives you a little bit better idea of the spill. You can see the corner of the deck. If I go this way, it's darker. You don't really have a lot of reflective material out there. But there's your total beam pattern right there. Definite hot spot with that spill. Now, all right, I gotta go back off, on. All right. Now that is high, so that's what, 12. What is it? 1233, I believe. There, definitely worth throwing out some light. Again, now you can kind of get some spill. You can see the spill going this way. And then back this way. That kind of gives you a little bit of an aspect. I'm trying to get it edge to edge. Almost edge to edge with the beam pattern with the hot spot in the middle. That's pretty much it right there. So now I'm going to go off. I'm going to double click. There's what, 2588 on turbo. The higher level you go, your hot spot gets a little bit bigger. You've definitely, now you can really see the definition of the spill. You can see where it stops right there. But I tell you what, this is a pretty awesome little performing flashlight, to be perfectly honest with you. It's going to reach out and touch someone. So, very cool. Very cool. Awesome. Well, let's head back upstairs. All right. I got to use the cradle or the thing's just going to go all over the place. I've got to use the cradle. But, so what did you guys think? I think it's got a really, really well-defined hotspot. Even when in the Firefly mode. hotspot was reaching out there. I mean, you guys could almost see the apple tree post, which is about 80 feet away. We'll say it was probably going about 70 feet that you guys could see in the camera. I could see the post. So it is getting out there. And then you kicked up to 66 lumens in low, and you're seeing the corner of the yard 100 feet away, which, as far as your hotspot goes, that really, really has outperformed some of the flashlights we've seen. And then it's just went from there. You did have a decent amount of spill. You know, it's definitely harder to see through the camera, but it does have a decent amount of spill. So now that that's in the cradle, we're going to move that over there. I'm going to show you everything it does come. You have an adapter, you have a lanyard, and you have your charging cable. That is everything that the ThruNite Catapult Mini Pro comes with. Now, price, $39.99 on Amazon. As of right now, there are not currently any coupons or anything that I saw associated with it. So, straight up $39.99. Maybe it'll change when you check it out, if you choose to do so. But overall, it's a pretty darn good performing little light. I have to say that. My two detractors, head width for pocket, definitely wouldn't be a pocketable flashlight for me. It's going to be bag, vehicle, house, home, whatever. That does it. Just pretty much everything but in the pocket. And then the strobe mode. And, you know, we don't use strobe that much. You know, I get it. I totally understand. But it just didn't seem like as effective of a strobe mode as I've seen in others. Everything else, I kind of like with it. Absolutely. So, really appreciate ThruNite sending out the Catapult Mini Pro. Maybe we'll get to see some of the other ones in the Catapult series. That would be cool. Thank you guys for stopping by and checking it out with me. Greatly appreciate you. As always, I know it's been a hectic 2 or 3 weeks, guys, and appreciate all your support for sure. The love that you show in the channel, greatly appreciate it. So, as always, guys, like, subscribe, leave me a comment. You know I love talking to you. Till next time, I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.